Did you know, according to the National Sexual Violence Resource Center, 1 in 5 women and 1 in 71 men will be raped at some point in their life. In 8 out of 10 cases of rape, the victim knew the perpetrator. More than 90% of sexual assault victims on college campuses do not report the assault. Rape is the most underreported crime. 63% of sexual assaults are not reported to the police. This is a public service announcement that will tell you how apparent sexual assault is in the United States, as well as to inform you about consent and how to commit to asking for consent. Clearly from the facts listed above, sexual assault is a large issue across the United States. Sexual assault can happen to anyone. Rape is not a crime that is a gender or identity specific. Victims who experience a rape hold a lifetime of impacts such as PTSD, as well as anxiety and depression. One way to make sure that you are not in a position of questioning if your partner is uncomfortable with a sexual encounter is to ask for consent. Dictionary.com defines consent as to permit, approve, or agree, comply, or yield. Consent is necessary every time before a sexual encounter is performed, and consent is a one-time deal made between partners and does not mean that the person consents every time in the future. We hear a lot about what consent is, but let's talk about what is not considered consent. Some of the things that is not consent is silence, someone who is drunk and or unconscious, sleeping, being uninformed about potential dangers that their partners have, like STDs, and lying about birth control. Consent given at a different time other than the present, change of mind, or coercing into giving consent. Knowing these ways of pointing out what is and is not consent is one great way of being able to put an end to sexual assaults all around the country. I challenge you to visit itsonus.org/pledge and take the pledge. Take the pledge to show that you will fight sexual assault by asking for consent correctly every time before a sexual encounter, and that you are supporting survivors of rape.